having to make the decision to kill off your parent. That's and I don't mean like shoot them with a gun or something. I'm saying per their request.
You're holding down the pillow. No, they signed something. Shh. Taking care of it, man. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Cancellable Podcast. I'm here with Kurosh.
What's up, guys?
And my name is Bardia. And as you can see, Fraser
left us. He's not coming back.
He's sick. He's traveling all together. And is the video on him right now?
Yeah.
Chirp, 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 chirp. Like it's not.
All right, let's get into the episode.
Yeah, I'm good. Why are
you sure?
I don't know.
You look like a fucking crocodile that just like threw a fucking thingy down.
Have you seen those? I don't know which animal was like. They eat like I think it was a snake and like ate something too big. It's like
there was a snake in India.
Yeah.
Apparently, it swallowed a whole cow.
Jesus.
And then there was a picture of it. Like the snake was like the size of a cow now. And he couldn't digest it, so he just vomited it back out. I mean, the cow was dead, but
how does it?
So their whole body is, I think, muscles.
I mean, it
There's
expands.
No bones.
Yeah, I get
and
that.
And then their jaw, the bottom jaw and the top jaw is not connected. Like if you touch here, we have a ball joint, whatever they call it. That's like connects your bottom jaw to the top jaw.
Yeah,
they don't have that. It's just two loose things. So it just fucking expands as much as it can.
That's insane, man. But like they don't eat for like how long would that cow last? Like as a food supply?
I don't know. I actually like factually don't know this, but I think it's if they get a big meal like that, it's like I don't know, once every like 5 months, 4 months, some shit like that. Yeah.
Crocodiles are like this.
Yeah, they eat and then
they're good for like a year.
It depends what they eat.
Yeah,
if they eat a rabbit or a human, it's like very different.
Yeah, obviously, but like
very different. Yeah,
it's insane, man.
That scared the shit out of me, man.
Same.
They're so. Have you seen them run?
No,
they run faster than humans.
I know, but it's kind of funny. Like,
yeah, I know it's funny till they're running after you.
Yeah, that's fucking scary.
You know the protocol to escape a crocodile chasing after you on land is basically the same as if someone's trying to shoot you. You gotta zigzag.
Oh, that's the same thing with. I'm gonna say just hippo. Because I don't
think hippos chase you on land.
They do
on land.
But what was that guy's name that was on Rogan? Forrest, Garrett Foss.
Yeah, it has a G in his last name. Yeah, he's an animal expert.
Yeah. We should probably
research science. Research.
Let me just pull up the name because it's like for the thing. So, but anyways, he was like
while
obviously.
You're saying it, I'll search it.
Okay, so he obviously is just dives into the deepest and darkest parts just to explore and find like labeled extinct animals and to find them if they're actually extinct or not.
Forest, Galente, something like that.
Either Galente, Italian was Galente.
Doesn't look Italian, looks more Irish to be honest.
No, I'm saying Italian was Galente.
No, but from the episodes I've seen with him, what he does is like he in general research, like he's like a, what do you call him, like a environmental science? No, not environmental. Those that research animals in the wild.
Yeah.
And he specifically goes for the ones that are either have been, they think don't exist anymore, or the ones that are going to not exist.
So him, in one of the episodes, Rogan was saying that his wife was getting chased by one. And
by a hippo?
By a hippo or a rhino? I think it's a rhino.
I understand how you can get them mixed up because size-wise they're the same.
I think it's a hippo. I think it's
on land.
I think it's a hippo.
Okay.
And they run fast. They run like 20 miles an hour. 20.
That mass running after you.
20 kilometers an hour. Fuck, man. Like when Rogan talks, like they talk in miles.
Miles, yeah.
That's their own metric system, and nobody else does. Like for us, like now I convert. Then during conversation, I mix them up. But anyways, they're saying that like when they run after you, you have to do the whole zigzag thing because they can't go.
It's what a lot of animals. I was
if a leopard or a jaguar is chasing you.
Not cats. You're fucked if the cat is chasing you. Just
go
give
up and down.
Just put your head in their mouth.
Yeah,
that's not
pretty much.
No, I was gonna go hunt in South Africa.
Yeah.
For wild hogs, and they was the ones that have like tusks coming out. It's the same with those. Apparently, their neck doesn't like turn. Like how for us, like we want to run, we look in a direction, we run that direction, right? With them, it's not that. Like they don't have, so they go in a straight line. They have to pause, turn around.
It's not much of a neck. I think it's just like an extension of their body. So because like,
have you seen the pictures of their tusks? So their tusks is, I think it continuously grows. It doesn't stop
until if they don't get in a fight. Or is that the one you're talking about?
No,
because there's a specific species of them.
Yeah, but so some of them, the tusk as it grows, it doesn't grow perfectly. There was one that it grew so much it curved back to his eye.
Yeah.
So his own tusk was in his eye. So fucked up.
There's a specific species. Even that, I think it was that episode that they got the Forrest Jalente guy was talking about. He was like, there's a specific species that if they don't get into fights,
right,
and the tusk doesn't get broken, it continually grows and impales their skull and kills them. So they're like, in order to survive, you need to
fight,
be a man. Like you gotta get in shit. Like otherwise it will kill you. Like you kill your own self. That's insane.
Fucking hell, man. That's rough.
That's insane.
Imagine like with humans, what would be the equivalent? Like
their own ego.
No, I'm talking about like physical thing. Like if it existed for humans, like imagine if you didn't get into fights, your bottom teeth will just grow through your jaw into your brain.
Your top teeth. Oh, the bottom teeth. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out like
if the top one
goes, I got the logic behind. What could be it? I'm trying to figure it out.
I mean, the thing you said about ego and shit, like, but like nowadays people don't die that much for these types of reasons.
What are you talking physical, or are we talking personality one?
I'm saying that like you don't die as much due to stupidity or like, no, come on,
bro.
What?
Even a lot of the time we're talking about the whole part. Someone commented on our YouTube, they were like, doing parkour is a dumb way to die.
Yeah. We asked, I think at the end of the episode we asked like, what do you think? No, but I mean like, so the population now is higher than when we were cavemen, right, on Earth.
Yeah, we're 8 billion.
Yeah. So if you do a ratio of people who die from stupid stuff to the population compared to back in the day, if you were dumb, fucking animals would just get you. Yeah, and it wasn't just dumb. It was like if you were slow, if your tribe kicked you out, like
back then there was some such thing called survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Now it's like let's help everyone that can't survive.
Yeah, kind of. Well, I mean, it's a very complex conversation, but in general, I think like it was a lot easier to die.
No, I 100% agree with that. Like let's say 100 years ago, approximately, if you had diarrhea, you pretty much had to,
that's it.
write up your will and say goodbye.
Or if you had, the thing is, I remember this from back in the day in Iran. They would tell me this, but I don't know if this is true or not.
Okay.
Apparently, before like being a dentist was a thing, your dentist was the same guy that cut your hair. It was your barber. And when you had a rotten tooth, they would just get like pliers and just rip your teeth out.
Yeah, I've never heard it. I'm not saying it's not true.
I mean, the thing that like they couldn't prevent like your teeth from rotting, I get that. But it was the same guy that cut your hair. That part, like, if it was your mechanic, maybe because he would have pliers, but like,
or you just at home, if you had a pair of pliers, like anyone could do it.
Yeah.
Like I don't think the precision of the scissor gives you because you cut the hair pretty like accurate.
Yeah, you got this.
I'm pretty detail oriented person. I can take out your teeth.
Just half of your teeth are gone. This one no, still hurts. No, but speaking
I'm kind of running out of teeth.
Nah, I'm good now. No, but speaking of animals, I think I heard this on Rogan. I'm not sure, but did you know certain animals they have like communal bathrooms? So they said what they say? Nilgai, which is I think a type of deer, and some species of elephants and rhinos. They all, like, as a community, pick one area and they just shit there. So he was saying that, like, sometimes when you go to hunt this type of deer, you just walk into the jungle and then there's a pile of shit. That's where the whole herd would just dedicate that place as a place to go shit. It was pretty fascinating to me because we do that, but we have like flushes and shit, right?
I mean, now,
Yeah, but I'm saying for our lifetime.
yeah.
Well, imagine if I just had to go shit right on top of your shit on the ground, not in a hole. It's a pretty bonding experiment.
The last thing I would think of it is as this bonding.
I mean, I'll see your diet. Get used to your smell.
It's pretty dark. He's eating a lot of
Your
fiber. Was fiber that makes it dark? What was it?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, you had tomatoes yesterday?
Why did you share it? I
Motherfucker.
was starving. I was eating clams off the beach.
Jesus Christ.
No, there was another one I wrote down. Oh, it was about crows. First of all, do you know how smart fucking crows are?
I have a story to tell you about that one. Because yes, fucking
Okay, so they did this experiment with crows. I have no idea where the fuck they did this, but they captured around like 7 to 15 crows. They had them in cages for a while and they let them go. And while they were doing this experiment, they would wear these masks.
Yeah.
Like a very specific looking mask, right?
like the old doctor mask.
I don't know. I didn't see pictures of this. I just heard about this. And then they released these crows in the wild. And then throughout the years, they would keep putting the masks on, and they would see the crows in that area would start like, what do you call it? Like, not barking. What do crows do? They make their noise at them, and also they start dive bombing on them. And then what was interesting was they did this to a limited number of crows. But every year, the number of crows in that area that would do this when they would put these masks on would increase. So they think not only crows hold a grudge,
Yeah.
but also they communicate with each other that like, oh, if you see
This motherfucker.
this, that's bad for us. They're gonna capture us, fucking attack them, and like annoy the shit out of them. Which
That's
was fucking
insane.
for someone who holds a lot of grudges for long periods of time, that was fucking
Crows
fascinating
are
to me.
fucking
Smart.
yeah, they're smart as shit. The one that holds a grudge thing, I'm not sure about it. Like as in like I don't have a reference to it, but like I've heard it a lot.
Yeah.
But about them being smart, so in my university campus,
Yeah.
like there was
Dubai or US?
the Dubai one.
Okay.
There was like a smoking area where people would go sit outside and like eat whatever, like order food.
Right.
So I remember a couple of our friends bought chicken wings.
Okay.
It came in 2 bags. So one of them was the utensils and like the cutleries, the tissue, whatever, and the other one had the bag held like the pack for the wings.
Right.
So literally, we saw the crow come in, and first grabbed the bag with the cutleries, lifted it up like as it was going, saw that it was light, dropped it,
Came back.
literally grabbed the other one. I'm like obviously by this, I mean
Yeah.
that. Grabbed the other one and left. So they by weight it knew which one contained the food. Or at least in their head.
Experiment.
Let's just say
Yeah.
in their head they knew which one had more food because it was heavier.
Yeah.
That's insane.
There's a lot of like experiments online. You can see videos of them. Like there was one that it was a water bottle, but the water was like the bottle was half empty. So it was to set up to see like what crows do to get to the water.
Yeah.
Comes, looks at the water bottle, and sees that like its beak doesn't reach the water. Goes, starts grabbing small stones, starts fill up the bottom of the water bottle to raise the water level, so then they
That's
can drink the
insane.
fucking water. Yeah,
That's pretty insane.
I don't think I could figure that out.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. There was also there was when I was back in Iran when I was young, I would play tennis, and they had these like relatively big trash cans, but they would put the lids on so the birds can get to the trash. I remember I would go every Friday.
Yeah.
Every weekend, these crows would come and then they would just like dive bomb, and the last second they just would like tap the cap. It was like sitting on top of the trash can.
Yeah.
To get it over, and then they started putting smaller trash cans, but the lid was connected to it.
Yeah.
They would come and knock over the trash can, and then go like the lid was still on it. With their beak, they would push the lid, like 2-3 of them, to get to the
Damn.
trash. Yeah.
No wonder, like, they can survive, man. Like, they can survive for sure. That's insane. Other fucking there in Iranian we have a term. What's the name of the bird? Because there are certain like birds are not usually known for being smart. So there is a bird that in Iranian like people use it as like a calling someone stupid, and then they say like for example, or you're this. Like they call the bird name to the like they label the
I have
person.
no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
There's a bird name that they
Say it in Farsi.
I don't remember it. Like it's
okay.
like that's why I'm like struggling. But basically, they say for example, you're this bird, and the reason for that is because this bird, like for example, like collects food all over the year, all throughout the year for winter time.
Yeah.
Hides the food, but when it comes to like eating the food during wintertime, forgets where it hid the food.
No fucking way. Every year? Oh, I guess they can't survive for more than a year. They
Like,
starve to death.
it's like a term for the bird, but I forgot the name.
Retarded.
Yeah, no, it's like if you want to call someone retarded, you say like you're this bird, you know,
Yeah.
like. But I forgot the name.
That's pretty funny.
That's actually funny.
Imagine spending the whole year trying to
9 months of the year,
Yeah, working
you're
hard.
working hard to collect food, and when it comes to you, like
to be honest, we kind of
fuck.
do that. Well, not us, but like people work all year and then save a little bit of money, and then summer comes,
waste.
fucking like
I
clubbing
mean,
and shit.
some people save up to actually enjoy it, but if they waste it,
Yeah, we know a lot of people that do that, like
Yeah.
in Dubai, just like on clubbing and fucking fancy restaurants that are fancy just because they got famous on like fucking TikTok and
Yeah.
Instagram and shit.
I mean, to be honest, I think some people need to go through that phase of experience of like going to the clubbing and stuff like that. But some people just don't stop; they just continue doing it. And if you,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to act like a righteous.
No, no, no,
motherfucker.
I'm saying, like, we've all- no, no,
spent
we've
money
done
on
it
clubs
too.
and shit. Yeah, but it's just
but some people do it even like if you can obviously enjoy yourself. But some people do it even though they're like, oh, it's kind of tough, whatever. But like, I'll make it happen. So this weekend I can go to this club, bro. Just don't do it. Like, you don't need to.
there was actually a story I heard from a friend about another person.
Yeah.
That this guy's in Dubai. He has like relatively okay income and everything. And then one night he rents a Lamborghini. I think it was a Lamborghini. It was a luxury like sport car.
Yeah.
And then he goes out. He meets a girl, and then they hit it off and everything. Gives her a ride back to her house. And then they start dating. So this guy, he was so I don't know if it's called insecurity or stupidity or what you want to call it, but every time he wanted to take her out, he had this perception that he had to like get the Lamborghini, otherwise the girl wouldn't go out with him. So he would every time he would spend like I don't know how much it is, like 3-4K I imagine per day.
3,000 to 5,000, I think.
Yeah, and get a Lamborghini. And I remember them telling me that like one time he goes on rents the Lamborghini, takes the girl on a date, drops her back home,
Yeah.
gives the car back at the end of the day, and then the girl calls him back. It's like, oh, come back, or like, oh, let's go out again or something. So he has to go rent it again for a second time in the same day.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Can you bleep out the word and tell me the name?
I actually don't know the guy's name because a friend told me about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know the guy.
I think
Well, you have a.
no, I don't know the person.
There's a lot of these guys.
Unfortunately, that's
that's
the thing.
lifestyle in Dubai. Unfortunately.
Some people like to present themselves as having that sort of lifestyle, so that's the
Yeah.
unfortunate thing. Damn. How do we get from crows to Lamborghinis? Oh,
I
the
don't know how
stupid
we-
bird, the stupid
Oh,
bird.
yeah. Stupidity.
Jesus, man.
Oh, I actually wanted. I saw this. This made me furious, and then I thought, if I had a wife
ready for it.
or if I had a girlfriend, what would my reaction be?
Okay.
And I'm not saying this that your wife would be the type to even like be in that situation. I'm
No,
just saying
you're
hypothetically. Yeah.
setting a scenario.
So
that
you know the movie Magic Mike, right?
yes.
They bring people from the stage, their bachelor party or whatever, and they give dances to. But now, fucking artists like singers like Jason Derulo started like they bring women on stage, start basically like dry humping them, like full on. They don't strip down, but they fucking pick them up and start like everything, like bumping, grinding, all that shit. And then there's videos that come out that like women are at these concerts and the boyfriend is there. They bring the girl on stage and the girl does like just goes with it. It's fucking Jason Derulo, like she likes him or whatever. And then like breakups keep happening. And then there's I forgot the name of other artists that do that, men started posting that like we're boycotting this. We're not letting our women go to these concerts.
Jesus Christ.
And like hypothetically, not that your wife is the type of person, but like what would you do if the person you're with, either you're at the concert or later on you see the video that like they brought them on stage and then fucking.
I mean, if it's known that that's happening, the type of person, the person that you're with, if they choose to go on stage.
Oh, I don't mean after it's become a known thing. Like the first time this happens, like imagine you're at the concert.
Yeah, but like the person that you're with can stop it. You know what I mean? Like either the person either stops it, or if they let it happen, they're like delirious about, like delusional about the whole fact.
It was so fucked to me.
That's insane. Yeah, no. If the person who chooses for this to continue and let it happen, that's not because the artist was doing it, so I just let it happen. That's like the dumbest excuse the person can have.
I'm trying to think of the vice versa.
There was a
J-Lo or like Shakira or someone.
Janet Jackson. She used to, like, she did that a couple of times. There was a video of a guy who she brought on stage, and she was like full on, like he was like in a way like, you know, the whole mental hospital kind of things, like
wheelchair.
Like the one standing, like the standing one.
Like
he was on it, like standing wise, and she just like crawls on him and stuff like that. But like it was Janet Jackson, so this dude was like, "I love you, fucking love you." But like, pretty sure the wife wasn't there, or if she was, I don't think she was happy with it. Like it's the same thing. The concept applies in vice versa. If the guy's like, if she brings him on stage just to be like, "Oh, this is a fan," all these stuff is one thing. If she brings him on stage and starts doing that, the guy can be like, respectfully.
Not with a famous person, but this kind of actually happened to me.
Okay.
But like it was same scenario, but not like at a famous concert or something. I think I was in Turkey with my family.
Okay.
And we went to one of these like belly dancing shows.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, there's a competition at the end," and they just picked men to bring on stage, and they fucking went for me. And I hate this type of public. Like you know me, like if it's my birthday and we're in a restaurant, you tell people it's my birthday and they start singing, I fucking want to murder everyone.
Yeah, and I do that on purpose. So.
Yeah, one day you'll be dead for it. So that's that.
Happy birthday. Everyone's saying you're like,
give a shit. Ouch. But yeah, they bring us on stage and there's fucking like 4 women like belly dancing, but kind of mixed it with like a weird American strip club vibe.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really go with belly dancing.
Not at all.
And then I'm just sitting there. I'm here. And my fucking family's on the front row. And I'm just staring at them like, I don't know what to do.
These stuff make me uncomfortable.
Definitely.
Like 100%.
Especially in front of your family.
I remember in States, we went to this Iranian restaurant. And they had belly dances and whatever. So as an entertainment, they'd be going around. So I remember them coming like close to our table, and Iranians are just like clapping. They're like, "Oh my god, so nice, bah bah," like like oh my god. And I was just like, and they kept going, like Bardia, like this. I'm like,
not entertaining this shit.
I don't even want to like look to something they invite and stuff. I'm like, dog,
get your hat on.
No, it's not. I get it. It's entertainment and everything. I get that, but as a person, I don't. This like it makes me very uncomfortable because I feel like then everybody else will be looking if you get up and stuff.
Yeah,
and just I'm like,
forget the getting up. Like I've never had a conversation with one of these like type of performers, but like when they come and like they're like doing belly dances or like whatever, like choreographed dances, but like they're half naked. Do they feel more weird when you stare at them, or is it more disrespectful when you don't make any eye contact with them?
They don't. Neither. So, for example, for them, that's what they do.
Yeah.
So you're focused on what you're doing. So if someone doesn't look at you, you don't feel disrespected. You just don't engage with that person because you feel like that person doesn't want to be, engaged with in that sort of thing. You're smirking. I want to know.
Thing is, there's a situation. Okay, I'm gonna leave it unnamed, but there's this rooftop bar that we go to a lot, and they used to have dancers that like come in like fucking like animal print outfits, and like they would come very close. Like if you're standing here, they would come.
That's
like
their job.
Yeah, I know, but I get uncomfortable.
Yeah,
So I just stare at the ground or stare at the person that's in front of me because I don't like, especially like if you're on stage, okay, I might glance or whatever. But if you're right here, I don't want none of that.
Yeah.
And then they would come, and then the first few times you were there, I'm just like trying to like make conversation with someone else, and I don't know if it's in their job description, but it's like they wouldn't leave unless they get my attention. Like they would come and like keep getting closer.
Them, I know exactly what you're saying. It's the same thing with them, like getting the attention of that stuff. You're looking like this, right? But let's say 5 other people that you're with, out of the 5, 4 of them are engaged with that performance. So you being like this is actually more entertaining for the crowd and them for be close to you and everything. So it's not like they're going to be touching you or anything, but it's the fact that like, oh, Kursh's was like this stiff as fuck. And everyone's like have their phone out and stuff like because
just to be clear, they never like touched me.
No, that they can't. Like it's not.
Like
it's weird.
Abused child. I was never touched. Okay.
This goes against the Oscar. Thank you, Uncle. I love how on YouTube Shorts you can't like put the thumbnail.
Yeah.
But it came out perfectly that the thumbnail of that short is you saying, looking at the camera, saying, "Thank you, Uncle."
Fraser was so uncomfortable. Like
it was like
I was in the middle of a fucking important point. Oh, you know the fucking last episode with the smelling salt?
Yeah.
So
how was it? Did you do it more?
I did it again, and same thing again happened because I put it too close. But I took it to the gym to my trainer Sergio.
Yeah.
And, like you guys, I'll put a picture of him, but he's this fucking massive guy, and like he's like really big, and you know how
I don't think the screen has enough size for you to fit your trainer.
So I'm like, oh, I got something. He's like, what is it? I'm like, it's these. And then I tell him, I'm like, please be careful, like hold it down. And then he holds it down. He's like, oh, I'm not getting anything. Then he went deep, like as deep as I went last time.
Oh my god,
bro, he just like you start doing this. I was so scared because like for the next 20 minutes, he was like, it was like still affecting. I'm like, oh no, he's gonna murder me.
That's actually
I
scary.
can't wait till we do it to phase out.
Same.
I don't know how we're gonna do it to him because he's gonna see the clip. I mean, by the time this episode is out, the clip is out.
The clip is out.
Yeah.
We might. I don't know.
Trick him into something. Put it in a candle box.
No.
Smell this candle.
No. Let's just like. No. Okay. If he sees it, we'll say you and I both did it, and he has to do it. If he doesn't see it, we're like, we did something. You haven't, like, you don't know what it is, but do it. And we'll do it with him. I'm down with it. That salt thing is actually like.
Oh, bro, I woke up today. I wasn't in the mood for this. So I did a hit for my morning coffee. It was good.
You might stop.
I have an issue. I have an issue now. But.
It's a good pick me up.
Yeah. By the way, you remember a few weeks ago we were talking about the traffic here? And I was saying that hopefully the economy collapses so some people go back.
Yeah.
I think it's happening again.
Yeah, bro, why did you say that? Because after that, it was like
right after
a couple
the
weeks
bank,
ago. And like right.
Because for people who don't know or don't pay attention, the banks in the US are starting to collapse again, like 2008. And
small banks.
Yeah, but it seems to be a chain reaction. But yesterday I was listening to, you know, the Breaking Point YouTube channel?
Yeah, I think.
So,
I think I've heard. No, explain it.
It's a guy and a girl that they kind of do like independent news, so they're not bought by fucking the pharmaceutical companies like Fox News or MSNBC or whatever. It's just as close as you can get to an unbiased news source. Yeah, and they were talking about I think it was the first bank that went. It was the Silicon Valley Bank, and they were talking about the chair. What do you call it?
The chairman.
Member. Yeah, the chairman and the CEO and everyone. From 2 years ago, they've started taking money out, like selling their shares on the market. Something like one of them close to like $84 million. And then a few hours before the bank officially collapsed, they started giving their coworkers, what do you call them?
Shares?
Not shares, no. Not prizes, but benefits.
Incentives.
Not incentives, like legit, like they were handing out cash to them.
Benefits.
Benefits, right before the bank collapsed. It's fucking fascinating to me.
So they knew.
Yeah. From 2 years ago, they started selling their shares.
That's insane. Holy shit. You know, this thing might make crypto go up again.
It has.
Yeah, it's gonna, no, as in like it's gonna skyrocket. Like last, we're not saying
We don't know shit about. I don't know shit about crypto, NFT, or NFT went
NFTs.
away, didn't it?
What?
NFT is kind of done.
I don't know,
see
man.
people talking about it.
No, because there was a hype behind it and everything. I am not aware of it. I don't like. I don't understand the concept that much, and I think Fraser knows about it. So
Yeah.
next time,
talk to him.
yeah, no, when he comes on the podcast, we'll ask him to like give his opinion about it. But crypto itself, when the whole reason for cryptocurrency is that it's not connected to a bank. So with banks going down, the form of crypto. Yesterday, I was looking at, not that I was, but like we were discussing, like boats and yachts people rent here.
Yeah.
So we're talking about like what's the time limit that you can rent? Like, can you go
The maximum?
No, as in like, can you go at 1 a.m. and rent it?
Oh, okay.
Because like usually we go like if we were to do
advance,
like we do at 1 p.m. to 4
Yeah.
p.m. or 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. something like
Whatever,
that.
yeah.
You don't go after.
Like midnight.
I've never done midnight.
I've done it once, but it was till like 12 or 1. And that wasn't the start of it. That was the finish of it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like it usually ends towards the end of the night.
Yeah.
But I was trying to check, and then this like yacht renting website was saying that they accept cryptocurrency. Like it's
Weird turnaround. I didn't know where you're going with this story.
yeah, sorry. It's
Okay.
just like it was coming like, but like who the fuck? But like let's get in that part. Who the fuck rents like a yacht at 2 a.m. to like, because minimum is 2 hours apparently.
Yeah.
This is just me scrolling through different websites, but the minimum is 2 hours. But like, if you rent a yacht at like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. for 2 hours
With crypto, untraceable payment.
dude, you need to check that guy's luggage, because you see, what's that? Oh, it's my mummified mom. I would like to, or like someone like I wanna bring them with me with every experience I have. Oops, they fell into the water.
Oh no! No, save her!
Gosh darn it! That's a knee slap right there, man. I don't see any bubbles. Yeah, this.
The thing is, here I don't see that being an issue. Like even if you're doing with crypto, because like in the country we're in, like anything you need to do, like they ask for your ID, like everything. But like other countries, other countries that are not as strict, like fucking like security in general.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the reasons like a lot of people don't trust crypto is because of how much, like the concept of it was a great concept, but how much it's being used for like
the black market and the like illegal stuff.
Yeah, someone was explaining this on a podcast that, well, not only like crypto is untraceable, but there's these like forgot what he called the term, but basically like, let's say if you want to send $1 to me, you don't send $1 to me, you send it to this company, the middleman, and then everyone else that's sending money to someone else, they all send, like let's say there's 100 people sending $1 each to another 100 people.
Yeah,
they all send it to this middleman, and then this guy distributes the money to the person that it has to go.
Yeah.
So not only in the first place it was hard to trace it, but now you never know that dollar that went in, where did that end up, because it's not the same dollar that comes out from that side.
Oh, so it's not like if I want to send to you.
No, it's like
you're still getting that dollar,
you put a
but
bowl
the
in the middle.
Yeah.
Everyone drops $1 in there. He
And
fucking shakes it and starts handing out dollars.
Yeah.
So it becomes fully untraceable for whatever the fuck activity you want to do.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
I don't like that. That scares me.
I mean, it is pretty scary, but with this whole, if the collapse thing is coming, the like banks collapsing and stuff, that's pretty.
Especially because I don't understand it.
We need Faisal here for this.
Oh no, the issue is not that like people haven't
Finance
explained it to
major
me.
here. I'm asking Faisal to be here because I'm
no,
like.
but my issue isn't that like people haven't tried to explain it to me, or I haven't watched documentaries on it and everything. It's just like, whole money in my hand. Like I'm old school. Like if there's no money in my wallet, I freak out.
I feel like it's a Middle Eastern thing.
I need, like, even if it's a stack of like 5 dirhams, like it's not like, oh, I need to roll around with like 40K in my pocket. Even if it's 100 dirhams in five dirham bill,
You feel better when you have the cash.
I feel
in
naked.
hand.
I feel like, oh shit, like what if
broke,
an emergency
I don't have
happens?
it,
Like
yeah.
I can't do anything. What if like this never happens? Well, what if my Apple Wallet stopped working, or I don't know. It's a weird fear I have.
I think it's an Iranian thing because I don't see other people doing this. But for example, for me, one thing, like for example, my that like stressed always. He was like, always have cash on you.
Yeah.
Because you never know in the moment of emergency if you get a flat tire or whatever happens. You need that little amount of money to get somewhere and everything like that. No one else has this. Like sometimes Nat's like, oh, my phone died. I need to get gas and everything. I don't know what to do. I'm like, always have this. This
cash,
is always.
My dad, since basically I got a phone, he was like, always have money in your phone case. I don't carry a phone case. So
Yeah,
it
I
makes
was
it difficult.
I can't phone case, but like I don't. For me, it's always like on the, like you know, like the wallet, like that part that's like the cards. I always have that in there because like you never know. Like even if you need change, you know, the guy doesn't have change. You always pick that up.
Something. I guess it's an Iranian thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, anyways, this week we were talking about. I don't know how we got to this conversation. Something about Brendan Fraser. And then you told me you have something to tell me, but you're not going to tell me till we get on the podcast.
No, because the last episode when we were talking about the Oscars, I really wanted, like, I forgot to talk about this, but I even watched some videos on it because when we were kids, like, George of the Jungle, like, or something like that, or Mummy, like especially Mummy, those trilogy. Like that's when we were kids. Like when you're falling asleep. Like when we traveled, like the hotel was like had the TV and the film, like a movie was playing. Usually it was that movie, and like there's so much, what do you call it? There's so much memory and nostalgic feelings towards it.
One of my favorite movies when I was young was Blast from the Past. I think the name was it's with Brendan Fraser. I don't know if you've seen it or not. But so basically, it's this family. He's the son, only child, and then I mean spoilers, but it's from like 1999 or some shit. But something happens that the family thinks this is the end of the world.
Yeah.
So they build a bunker underneath their house.
Yeah.
Food supply and everything. The dad was an engineer. They just go in the bunker for like 20 years, and then the world doesn't end. The world just continues. But the kid is born. Brendan Fraser is born within that confined space with his parents, so he hasn't seen anything, he doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
All the movies he's watching is from like fucking 40 years ago, and then he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go up top. And then he comes to the world, and then the story continues from there. Like he meets a girl and shit. But that was one of my favorite movies growing up.
He was such a good actor.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to like tell you about him because like a lot of people didn't know, like of course after he won the Oscar now, a lot of people watched.
Did he win it for The Whale?
Whale. Yeah.
Still haven't watched it, but
I haven't watched it yet, but I really want to watch it because apparently it's like one of his. He says he's like one of the best and most challenging roles he's ever taken on.
Because before all the movies he did was like action comedy type.
Yeah, because they wouldn't give him
like
any other
typecast.
Typecast.
Yeah,
they wouldn't cast him for anything else.
Yeah.
And that was like a sad thing because he was such a good actor.
Yeah.
And so basically, after he starts like whatever director, head of a big Hollywood company, like a Hollywood entity, whatever you call it, kind of groped him.
Okay.
And he said something about it, but no one acknowledged it. And he started being blacklisted from being like...
Oh, that's why he disappeared?
He disappeared for a while. At the same time, he lost his mom. At the same time, he went through a divorce.
Holy shit.
And he was doing most of the stunts for the Mummy trilogy.
This I know about. Like, he got a shitload of injuries.
Yeah,
from, like,
and he was paying a lot for surgeries and stuff to be done. So because of that, he had a lot of expenses. And then his wife, after like they got divorced, sued, like claimed that he needs, like said that you need to pay this amount. And then when he said, I can't because I have all these expenses, surgery and whatnot, and I don't have a lot of income because I'm not being casted while being blacklisted. So she was like, no, he hid away this amount of money. When the case came in light,
it wasn't true.
The case got dropped. Like it wasn't true. Like she didn't win the case.
Amber Heard situation.
I mean, not to the extent of Amber Heard,
but
but
shitting on the bed.
Yeah,
more.
like oh, it was a dog, but the dog's knee surgery. In that case, but for him, like the whole divorce thing, not losing his mom, the being blacklisted, and then he got like someone I don't know who. I'm very
You
bad
got
with.
touched, basically.
No, someone else like noticed his talent, started bringing him in, and everyone started to be like, "Holy fuck!" Like, it's why are we not casting him?
Yeah, because like I remember from like a year or two, maybe 3 years ago, he started showing up in like random series that I
Yeah.
would watch, like fucking not like famous series that like
But it's a
ever
good
popped or
series.
anything.
One of the series that is apparently is a really good one. I
Yeah,
haven't
like
watched
I saw he's starting to come back, and it hit me. I'm like, holy shit, I haven't seen this guy like for like fucking a decade or some
Yeah.
shit. That's so weird. But you know, as you were just telling me about he got diddled, some weird thought. They don't use that for adults. It's just for kids.
Huh?
Adults don't get diddled.
To be honest, bro, only time I've heard this is you. I've never heard the word diddled, like the term.
Wait, did I make it up?
No, I
pretty
don't
sure
think
I've
you
heard
made
it.
it up. I think it's a very you specific that I've heard it from. Like I don't have a lot of conversation about being diddled with other people. Unfortunately, other than this podcast.
You know, me and my uncle.
Thank you, uncle. His uncle is not. Like,
No, but as you were telling me about him being groped or whatever,
Yeah.
you've heard that word before. Right?
I know diddled is a
Okay.
good word.
A weird thing just happened in my brain. So there's two scenarios, right? Him being grabbed, I felt this like sudden sadness for him, and then getting blacklisted and shit. Then at the same time, I remembered when I heard Terry Crews tell his story. You know that one?
No.
So apparently he was in a Hollywood party or whatever years ago. And one of the, I don't know, executives, a guy in a like a higher position than him within that fucking Hollywood bullshit industry, comes in a party and grabs his dick.
Dick.
Why are you looking at me like that?
'Cause
Dick,
I feel like,
cock, whatever.
I feel like it's a cock for him because it's a big guy.
Well, not after you hear the rest of the story.
Okay.
So grabs his dick, and apparently he's like right beside his wife and shit. And according to him, this story came out when the Me Too movement happened. So he shared this story. I don't remember where it was. And he was like, "Oh, in that moment, I was so angry. I wanted to like hit him, but like my wife told me that like, oh, think about your career or like what happens if you do it." And I lost all respect for him. I like for Terry Crews, I feel like I don't feel any sadness for him that someone grabbed his dick and he didn't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Because he was scared he's not gonna get casted in something else. But Brendan Fraser, when you tell me like he got diddled or he got grabbed or whatever, I feel extreme sadness for him.
Yeah.
I can't explain why. He's the same scenario.
No, because one stood up for themselves and got blacklisted. The other one didn't stand up for themselves. And now that the Me Too movement is happening and it's like a hype, is now exposing the story to just get some. You get sympathy
did
for.
Brendan Fraser say it during the same time?
No,
I thought
Brendan
he
Fraser
said it-
said it at the beginning, and then like the person was like, "Oh, I've never meant to, or if it has happened, I apologize." But it was like a bullshit apology.
What do you mean?
Like if it
I
happened,
haven't, but if it happened,
yeah, like you.
how does
kinda-
that work? You either did it or you
you're
didn't
not
do
giving
it.
credit, like you're not like confirming the allegation, let's call it, but like this is what has happened. So it was so sad. But when I think it was last year, no, just a couple months ago, when he got that 6 minute standing ovation. So when people were clapping, when
Was
they,
it for the same movie, like a
I think it was
premiere
for
or
the,
something?
I think it was,
Yeah.
if I'm not wrong, but
I think it was for that Khan Academy or some shit.
I don't
like
know
they,
which
they
one.
do it in France. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like all the movies.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not open to the public. I think it's
So basically, when people were clapping, they thought they were clapping for the director or producer. So when the
Okay.
guy was, and then he realized that the guy was like, "No, they're clapping for you." So he asks him to stand up, and when he stands up, they do like a 6 minute standing ovation of clapping, and he's like tearing up and getting
'Cause
emotional.
he's like-
And I saw it, and I was like, "Damn, I feel like it makes you feel, like type of emotion, like sort of sadness."
yeah,
as
because
you say.
especially like the past few years, when I've seen like pictures of him, like he looks so
Oh, he went through a major depression as well.
he looks so broken.
He did.
I think that adds a factor to it. That like
If you watch his acceptance, like
Speech.
basically when you get the Oscar,
Yeah.
you go to
acceptance speech.
acceptance speech. So no, they ask you stuff.
Oh, the after interview with the
With the
reporters and
reporter.
shit. Yeah.
So every time he keeps like cracking jokes. He's like,
He's doing our shit.
no, he's like, "Oh, this is heavy, so my arm might be longer than the other." Like he's like dad jokes, but it's funny.
Yeah.
But you can see that he's just doing it, and every time they ask him, he's just like his voice is shaky, and and the other one, they said like I think he was doing an interview with one of these late night shows or like whatever, like Jimmy Fallon and Conan and stuff. So in one of them, they said like he's so stiff and all these stuff, and then I think if I'm not wrong, I really hope I'm not mixing up these, but they said that there are two reasons. One, his mother just passed away like a couple of days before that, and also. Fuck that you laugh as fuck. The second thing is that because he was blacklisted, he's not used to it.
Oh, you know why I'm laughing? Why? You know how like when you're with someone or like if your partner is pregnant, you get like sympathy pain.
Yeah.
He got sympathy rigor mortis when his mom died.
My man. Like you don't do that shit.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
No, but it's funny actually. Because I can laugh. I can't say I was fucked up when I laugh too. But anyway, he was
like
also...
you wake up one morning. You're, oh, I feel stiff today. I wonder who died.
Oh man, I shouldn't laugh.
Actually, my neck is stiff.
Oh my god. Let me call everyone we know.
Who has a broken neck? Tell me now.
Jesus. I don't think they can pick up the phone if their neck is broken.
It continued. So what was the second reason?
The second reason, fuck, what was I even saying? Oh, the second reason is also because he's not used to it anymore. He's not used to interviews.
Oh, like using to his mother being dead.
Yeah, I bet. No like, it's like you don't do a redo.
like practice from before. Today I'm pretending like
acting.
Oh, this fucked. Yeah, I don't like this conversation.
Yeah, so he's not used to it. Okay. But it was such a good, like you see justice, you know, like with people, with him winning the award, and the recognition. That's what I meant. Not that. Oh fuck! Definitely not that. Definitely
yeah, I'm happy for it. Not that is mine. Oh fuck! This is done.
Oh man. Anyways,
can I ask you a weird question?
Yeah.
Off topic.
Oh really?
When you were younger, did you ever find a cartoon character hot? Like attractive? Or now? I don't know.
Now, no. Actually, I watched. Do you watch Archer?
Oh, with you.
Yeah, like that's why I still watch cartoon like Rick and Morty.
No, I don't mean that kind of cartoon character. I mean like.
No, I was just saying I still watch cartoon, but because Archer is very fucking explicit content. But when I was younger. Yeah.
Who did you find attractive?
I had a weird one.
If you say Jerry or something, I swear.
Who the fuck is Jerry?
Tom and Jerry.
Oh my god, man! No, fuck no.
You better never get a cat. I'm calling animal control on you.
That's Tom, bitch. Jerry's the mouse.
What did I say? Did I say
Jerry?
Okay, if you get a hamster or something.
Fuck no. I think for me was Little Mermaid. Even though it was weird with the fish thing, but like
Little Mermaid was the ginger one?
Ginger one, redhead one, yeah.
Okay.
And I think the more weird one was what was the name?
Describe it.
No, I just continue to figure out.
Because the reason I asked this is because I saw this video on TikTok or Instagram, I don't remember. It was like a lot of guys, whoever their childhood cartoon crush was, the person they end up with is like visually and like personality wise is similar to. But I mean, do you see? Because I don't know Little Mermaid characters.
No, it's not that, because like my childhood crush was Selena Gomez, and there is a lot of similarity, like the brunette, the facial features and everything, and Nat really doesn't like it. when like sometimes there's a song playing on the radio,
Yeah.
or like whatever, and she puts it, and I'm like, oh my god, that's such a nice song. She's like, yeah, it's Selena Gomez. I'm like, fuck me. Like every time I just, it's like I pinpointed. Like I would listen to 50 songs.
Yeah.
That song, I'm like, that's such a nice song. She's like,
Yeah.
what? You picked the only song that she was in. I was like, it like legit childhood crush for me was Selena Gomez.
Selena
Like
Gomez.
I had her, like I would buy her albums just to support the artist, stuff like this.
At what age?
Like early teens, like
Oh, thank God you didn't say 20s.
no, Jesus Christ, that's not childhood. Like that's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
a little like
I mean, I don't have a wife, so I can't tell you if it's true or not. But
no, but you've had past
no,
girlfriends.
definitely
Like,
my cartoon. I don't know.
I've never had a cartoon like oh my
No,
god, I'm
mine was
obsessed. But like
not that like, oh, I'm gonna marry this cartoon character, but like was not Bugs Bunny, but the female one.
Lola.
Yeah,
That's
that
the one I was gonna say as well.
Yeah,
actually,
but I
no, obviously you're not
blonde
gonna
women from no, not rabbits. I mean, I was talking about the correlation.
you get a rabbit. I'm like, yo.
The bitch is
Imagine
dinner.
you end up with someone named Lola. That's
I don't
actually
think
fucking
so.
funny.
No, it doesn't sound like the type of person I would go for. Lola. I can't say with a serious face, like, that's it. But yeah, blondes don't do it for me. So
She was blonde?
wasn't she?
I don't remember her. That's why I was like kind of like
Me neither, to be honest. But
she's
yeah.
a rabbit, bro. Like, it's not. No, but for me, it definitely happened. Like from my childhood, like when I can say there was like a childhood
Imprint on-
celebrity that I had a crush on was Selena Gomez, and yeah,
imprinted on you. Oh, speaking of imprinting, you know how animals imprint on you?
please don't say rabbits. Please don't say rabbits.
No, you know how animals like imprint on. You have you heard? I don't know if I'm using the term correctly, but like for example, like did you ever watch Twilight?
No.
Okay, so it's a bad
Oh,
example.
actually, yes. I've watched one of them.
Okay, so basically, like in that one, at the end of it,
Yeah.
the end of the last one, I think it was Jacob, the wolf guy,
Yeah.
imprints on the two vamps' child, meaning that it feels like a certain bond with that child that
Okay.
is like not comparable to other people.
Okay.
Well, anyways, that's a movie. In reality, there is such a thing that the animal imprints on you, means they have a specific bond with you.
The animal, not
The
you
animal.
to the animal.
Yeah, no, you to animal, you're a human. It's different way of like saying those emotions. But Mike Tyson was talking about this on a podcast, and you know he had tigers, right? Have you seen the pictures of him with a tiger?
Only in Hangover.
No,
The
that was a
movie.
joke. But in reality, when he was younger and he was going through his insane phase,
Yeah.
he had like full-grown tigers living with him.
Damn.
Yeah, and he had them like on a chain walking around the pool and shit.
Damn.
And he was saying that like tigers aren't like lions that like you become one of the pack or your family becomes a part of the pack. Is they imprint on you or like with one person. And then he was saying that if you have children, you have a tiger. If that tiger either imprints on you or on your child, it will become an issue because, well, having a tiger is a fucking issue. But it was saying like, for example, if the tiger imprints on you and then your children are around you and you're giving the children attention, the children become like a threat.
Jesus.
So it would go for your children or vice versa. Like if they imprint on your child and you're giving like playing with the child or something, they would fucking come at you.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's actually really interesting, though.
Yeah.
I mean, except
Also,
for the murder.
another tiger fact. Did you know there is more tigers in captivity in Texas than the entire rest of the world?
That's an insane fact that I didn't know until recently.
They're
I
pretty
think
much
you told me about it.
they're endangered animals like tigers, and most of them are in fucking Texas.
Yeah, but they're not. Are they in captivity as in cages, or like they're just with
They're owned on like private property. It's not like
property? Yeah,
it's not like they're running wild
yeah.
like fucking the jungles like somewhere, you know?
That's a crazy fucking fact, though.
Yeah. And same thing with well, not the same thing, but did you ever watch Narcos?
No.
Pablo Escobar.
Unfortunately.
Well, anyway, you know Pablo Escobar, who he
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
right? So he, at the height of his like being rich and all that shit, he had a lot of animals imported to his properties. One of them was, I think, hippos. And then after he died, his properties were like just left
Yeah.
to like whatever. So the animals just like got introduced to to the geology or whatever you call it, to that environment there.
Yeah.
So now there's a population of hippos in that area that he had a house because he just imported them. But now there's fucking
was in Colombia, right?
Colombia, yeah. But there's just fucking hippos there now. They like fucking, or same thing with pythons.
Yeah.
In Texas. Was it? Yeah, in Texas. Pythons were an animal that was like a
Texas kind of
in Texas, but apparently now there's not Texas, Florida.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it's always Florida.
Yeah, fucking Florida.
Yeah.
And now there's like some of the biggest pythons in the world exist in Florida. Pythons so big that they eat fucking alligators.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's a scary ass fucking thing.
Florida in general is a scary place.
A fucking child got killed by a crocodile in Disneyland in Florida. In Disneyland in Florida. That's an insane thing. Imagine go to the happiest place on fucking earth and come back with a fucking casket. A mini-sized casket. Actually, empty casket because the crocodile got the kid.
Holy shit.
No casket because there's
Was there any crocodile like cartoons, Disney related?
I think I remember a crocodile.
That's not a funny scenario. I mean, it's sad that a child died, but
I think there was a crocodile.
you know what would be funny? You know how in Disneyland they have like people like wearing like fucking Goofy or like Mickey Mouse like outfits. One is in a crocodile outfit and the crocodile gets that one. Or starts fucking it.
That's the one I was thinking. I was like, all of a sudden you say crocodile, just like.
No, there was I think there was a story this week. Because every time I get bored, I just go on Google and search Florida man. And usually it's a wild story.
That's what there was a challenge on social media.
Yeah,
they said
yeah.
your birthday's Florida man. Search to see what happened.
Yeah, but from then, like whenever I'm sitting on a toilet and I'm bored and I don't feel like going on TikTok or something, I'll just search to see what's going on. So a lot of it is like really fucked up, like fucking child molestation and shit. But like there was one a few days ago I saw. I don't know how old it was, but this guy, he just comes out of the house and there's a crocodile right in front of an alligator right in front of him and just fucking starts like biting his leg and shit.
Jesus.
Can you imagine you just like walk out the house and there's like
insane, man.
or there was one on Rogan. I forgot who it was, but he was saying that there were stories of these like huge ass mountain lions in the area. So they go to like hunt it basically.
Rogan.
It was you've seen this one?
No, I'm saying Rogan talks about mountain lions quite often.
Yeah, but this was a guest. It wasn't Rogan saying it. And he was saying that we went to this area and everyone in that neighborhood was saying there's this mountain lion that's just like jacking up dogs and shit.
Jesus.
So they follow the tracks and everything. And they find out, you know how in like certain areas in US, I think this was in Colorado, like the houses are built on like wooden piles. So you can go underneath the house. I forgot what the name is.
Okay.
But you can crawl under the house to see like what's going on.
Like the movie Shooter, how he went under the
yeah. Very similar to that. And the mountain lion has picked that area as its den. So at night it goes and sleeps there. So they wait on that property because it's a private property. They can't go and just shoot the animal.
Yeah.
They wait for the owner to come. And then there's like fucking track marks on the porch and everything, like by the windows and shit. And then they start talking to the owner, like, can we get rid of this for you? He's like, fuck yeah. He's like, every day I wake up, the mountain lion is just staring through the window at me.
Oh my God.
And then they showed the mountain lion. It was the guy that did it he was an ex-NFL player, huge guy, like 6'5", 300 pounds and shit. He's picking up the mountain lion. The mountain lion is bigger than him in width and in height. Can you imagine every morning you wake up like, hi honey, how are you? Look to the right, there's a fucking mountain lion staring at you.
Jesus.
Fucking insane.
That makes you feel better about the whole peacock through the window.
Yeah, fucking peacock. You just like stab his neck or fucking knife it or some shit. Mountain lion.
A mountain lion that fucking big, you're done.
Oh, you're done. It's like a 300-pound mountain lion.
Jesus Christ.
Just imagine a house cat. You know, when they try to scratch you, there's not a fucking thing you can do to them. They just fucking flex. Now imagine that's 300 pounds, 150 kgs.
Jesus Christ. That's insane.
Yeah.
But
scared the shit out
I
of me.
prefer mountain lion over crocodile.
No.
Man. Crocodiles are dinosaurs.
I know, but like
the concept that they've still exists.
Yeah, but like crocodiles, I feel like if you open the door and you see a crocodile, you can shut the door. I don't think you can shut the door on a lion.
mouth.
Like if there's a
Something
or it's a lion, it's a family lion, whatever, a big cat.
Yeah, probably. Actually, yeah.
In terms of like, I understand. Like in terms of concept,
It's so scary. Like it's
but like I feel like don't get me wrong. I'm gonna shit myself.
yeah.
But it's like, do I shit myself and then die violently, or I have more chance of like escaping the situation?
Yeah, if you go up the stairs, I feel like you have a higher chance of surviving
From a crocodile
than a mountain
yeah,
lion.
just like stack couches or some shit. Lions, like,
Yeah, it's scary, man. Jesus Christ.
well, I'm glad I scared the shit out of you.
Yeah,
towards
like,
the end
no,
of the
because
episode.
they're pretty scary. You know, like it's
Especially if you
there's
see like the
certain
size of their
animals
paws,
that
and
like
apparently they taste great.
what crocodiles.
No, mountain. Well, I mean crocodiles. I haven't
Apparently,
heard
they taste very bitter. Sharks and
crocodiles or alligators. Alligators, I know they eat it in the South and U.S. a lot.
I don't know about that. I know sharks taste very bitter, but
I don't think you're meant to eat sharks. Like in terms, I think it's pretty illegal most of the world.
I mean, if it's illegal, I don't know. To be
I
honest,
don't think you're meant to like
it's a shark that they do just a fin, right?
shark fin. Yeah, I've heard.
It's
shark
the one
fin
that they
soup
just
or
like
something.
killed the shark
I
just
think
to take the
that's.
fin.
I think
That's illegal too. But
That's
like,
definitely illegal, but I think it's popular in certain Asian countries.
it is.
There's like
It's for the soup or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but like one person I know has eaten one. They said it's
shark fin soup or the shark.
Shark.
Fin. Yeah.
and it's very bitter. I think crocodile was the same thing, but I don't know.
Let's end the episode.
I was gonna give you a scenario to get your thoughts on this because I was thinking about this. I think last night or this morning. Let's say this is a very huge jump from alligators and retard
we do
birds.
huge jumps from Brendan Fraser's mom dying to which cartoon character do you want to fuck?
None that I
No, I mean,
but it is pretty crazy, man. The whole thing, like almost like really like. Because my sister, by the way, my sister mentioned it, and it clicked in my head. She was like, "Oh my god!" Like I know Barty had such a big crush on her and stuff like that, and that like, now was like, "What?" And I'm like, "What?"
well, I hope my wife looks like Scarlett Johansson because I had a poster of her on my wall when I was young. It was pretty banging.
What do you call it? When there's a will, there's a way, man. Like, not by force, please.
Bro, what the fuck?
I'm just.
Like people don't know me and they're like, okay, Barry knows him and he's saying this.
No. I didn't mean it like
what
that.
the fuck?
No, but, let's say there was like I think I've said this to someone because they tested it in theory, but let me just get into it.
Okay.
Let's say there was a way to get. Have you ever watched Watchmen, the movie?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so let's say there's a way that you can duplicate yourself
Okay.
in not just one, by many.
Just cloning.
Yeah.
Okay.
But whatever happens to each
Person.
clone of yours
Okay.
has an effect on you. That has the effect on, like, basically, let's say like
We're
this.
talking like physically or like we
Both.
share the same mind? Like
It's both. For example, you clone yourself. One of your clones' job
Stab.
is to do that's actually a good point. But like I'm saying, like that actually creates a whole thing. So let me get the whole thing out.
Get to it.
So one of your clones goes to the gym every day. So it does your fitness requirements.
so you all get fit.
So you all get fit. One of yours does all the errands. One of yours does all the work stuff, and the other one does the leisure timing.
Okay.
So because they always say like, so there has been the reason this kind of actually got like kind of someone planted the seed was that they were like, what if you could duplicate yourself? One would do all the relaxing, and my other self would just do all the work that I need to do.
Or you
So I
still feel all of it.
so like the productive part is done, but I get to relax all day. So that's the thing. So I think I read this. That's why I even mentioned it to the person who told me about it. Like said, "Oh, what if this scenario existed?" I said, in theory, if that were to happen, the person who's doing all the work would eventually kill the one that's relaxing. Like get rid of them, because you, the person who's working constantly, also want the leisure time. So it's kind of, and like think of
It's hurting my brain.
like
Because
imagine
I
like
can't
this.
compute it because
Imagine like I do like clone myself.
yeah.
This person is now running all the errands that I'm supposed to do today, does all the work I have to do, and I'm just chilling. I just go for a walk, go to the gym myself, relax, do all the things I want to do for the day. You know, just spend time with the people I want to and all that. And that person's literally from second wake up to night is doing all the work. So at one point, this person's like, why am I like constantly doing the
I get
work
what you
and
mean.
he's getting the credit for it? So I want the leisure time as well. So
No,
let me
I
get,
actually think you're wrong. Well, I mean, this can't be possible, but if it was,
Yeah.
in a hypothetical sense, I actually think everyone would be miserable
yeah.
because wait, what was it? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, everyone will be miserable because you're saying that like basically it's like a hive mind situation and plus the physicality that like anything.
I mean, that's just like kind of
yeah,
like,
but like in this
pushing
bullshit
it, but
concept, like
fuck you with the bullshit concept.
no, I mean unrealistic concept is like okay, so one is relaxing, one is working all day, right? But you're getting both of the feelings in both people. So
Yeah.
as you're relaxing, you have the same amount of stress that the person that's working.
Yeah.
And the person that's working is stressed and has all the relaxing at the same time. Well, we're not designed to be able to do both.
Fair enough.
You can't be relaxed and in stress at the same time.
I mean, you have to think of I mean, for me, when I get stressed out and I'm productive,
Yeah.
that's actually I get calm. Like if I'm just sitting down on the couch for 2 hours, I go
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. Okay. Fair
Like,
enough. Whatever.
I can't make it like personal, but like in general, I'm like, imagine you can just duplicate yourself, go
That's
run
the thing.
these errands,
I
all of a
think
sudden
it's just gonna bring down the quality of everything altogether. Because think about it. Whatever that stresses you and whatever that relaxes you is different person to person, right?
Yeah.
But you as an individual, if you go through a lot of things that stresses you, you're like, okay, for a day, I'm gonna not do that. Do the thing that relaxes me. But if both of those are continuously mixed together, you're getting neither, or
Let's-
you're getting a
let's change the
scenario.
then.
Okay.
You just duplicate yourself. The
Okay.
Kurosh 2.0
Yeah.
does all the work that you have to do.
Yeah.
Kurosh original does all the relaxing.
See, the issue is like with cloning. This was in a lot of movies. This was like discussed. The idea of it is that the moment that you split to two,
It's
no
because a
one
different person.
knows 100% who's the clone and who's the real one
Yeah.
because you both have the same memories.
I have such an interesting thing about say that.
So it becomes like the way they explored it in all the movies is that it becomes like an impossible situation that like how are you gonna decide that I have to do the relaxing, you're the one that has to do all it's not but even then like it's still it's not a robot, it's a conscious version of you.
Yeah.
So you have to come to some sort of agreement. It's not like, okay, I work for a day, you have fun for a day, then vice versa. Okay, that might work. But it's not like, I cloned you, you go do the work. He's like, fuck you, I'm not going to do the work. Especially me knowing my attitude.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
you have to. In this scenario, this works. But like I'm saying, like in general, I feel like it could lead to. I'm not trying to push the conclusion that
You're
I
saying
have.
one will kill the other one.
One would kill the other one because it says like, why do I have to do all the work? I want to also have the leisure
I
time.
think you just end up going your separate lives.
The crazy part is that what if, like, for example, let's say this person has a family, wife, all these stuff. What if the other version becomes more favored or has more of an intimate
There's a
relationship
series
with
on
the
this you
wife?
should
And,
watch. Name of the actor I forgot, but the guy from Ant-Man, the main character.
oh shit!
Do you know which guy I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah,
He
yeah.
was Mike on Friends.
Yeah,
That guy. He has a series on this.
Oh shit!
I don't remember the scenario of how it happened, but basically this situation that like there's a clone of you, but then what if they pretend to be you to your family? Like
And then
no one will know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The interesting thing that I was gonna tell you,
Kind of like having twins.
identical twins.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've done some. Have you seen the pranks they do? They're like FaceTimes. Like, do you know which one it is?
Yeah.
There's a philosophical question that like we did a study on.
People don't usually like my answer in philosophical situations.
I have so many, but like we get into it when Fraser comes. So I have some like other concepts and theories. But basically it says that so there is a person A that you want to what the question the philosophy question here, let's call it that, is that what makes a person them. So there are three attributes here. So one is the physical features, two is the brain, like the mindset and everything of the person, and the third one is the memories. So for example, let's say there's a person A, right?
Well, say that again. There's the mind. There's the
mind, memory, physical, like body and face.
Mind, memory, physical. Okay.
Yeah. So let's say person A, and there's an empty vessel, person B. So you put the physical features, but this person has his own mind, memory, and everything like that.
Okay.
Is this person A or just person B that looks like person A?
Person B.
Person B.
Right.
Then you say person. You put the brain, the mind, the how it works and everything to the person B. Will this person be person A or person B with similar mindset?
So it's the same physicality and the same brain.
No, it's not. It's not same physicality. You
Or just the
what
brain?
you did was the brain.
I think that person would kill himself, but because every time you look in the mirror, you have a memory of looking like the other guy, but you're like trapped in someone's body.
Okay, so that comes. Let me just.
Oh, so memory and mind
because it's been a minute since I've read it. It get wild. So like, let's just say like the interesting part about here is that what makes you is your memories.
Yeah,
that's it. So if you right now, God forbid, if someone else like right now forgets who they are, they become a whole different person. Yeah, like all the relationships, all the experiences, and everything. But it's an interesting concept. It's like
because your memories forms the way you think, like your experiences, everything. And if you don't have a memory of how you looked like, then you're basically starting at when you were a child and you start looking yourself in the mirror. But
here's the thing, like in this part, we say person B doesn't share the same physical features, but it's memories. You can come into terms that you look different, but you act the same. Like you have all the memories, but if you didn't have the memory, if you get
you're still not the same person.
You're still not the same?
No, because not a lot, but some part of who you are is what you can physically do. So, for example, if you do this to an NBA player and you put them in the body of a midget, right? It's a very extreme example. But in their mind, they could still feel the same, but you're not the same. You can't dunk. You can't be dunked. Or shot out of a cannon, for example. But like, it's not the same.
I like the way you think, man.
Thank you.
The analogies you give are just so fucking unique. But in that case, but
you're not the same.
You
might feel like you're the same,
but it's the root. Like what's the root of you?
I don't think you can pinpoint it.
But that's what this brings to light. It is your memories. Like without your memories, you have zero connection to what you were in the other version. You might look the same, but you won't. Your brain might work the same, but you won't be you. But with the memories, you define who you are. You give meaning to that person. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's why if I get any type of disease that like affects my memory, I'm immediately gonna kill myself. That's my biggest fear.
What the
fuck? No. This is a very serious thing. Because I have serious control issues.
Yes,
like I like to be in control of whatever is happening, and I understand certain scenarios you can't be, but a lot of people like their biggest fear is like death or like what happens after you die, regardless if you believe in like heaven and hell or whatever you believe in.
The afterlife, whatever.
But for me, it's not that. It's that not being in charge, like not being able to think as who I am or remember who I was. So there's like places in like Switzerland that you sign up and they just.
I mean, I share the fear with you.
That's my biggest fear in life. Is that.
Yeah.
Anything else, I think I can handle.
But that one.
But
there are so many things being done to.
No. I'm not saying that like, oh, they tell me like you have the genes for Alzheimer's. You could get it in 20 years.
Immediately, doctor.
What did you say?
Alzheimer's? No. It's like, and then like, imagine the doctors are talking. They're like, yeah, you have this Alzheimer's and like genes for it. You have the potential. Like you're like, and then click, and then you're like, but we can pick. Oh shit! Okay, sorry.
Fuck you.
You scared me, bitch.
No, but like if it reaches the point, because it's a progressive thing, right?
Yeah.
Like first you start
like
forgetting some stuff,
and stuff like
but if I see that like, oh, I'm on the way that like in a month I'm gonna need someone to make the decisions for me. Mm-hmm. That's when, because my two biggest fears is being a burden to people. That's my number two. Number one is not being in control, which I think they go hand in hand. Yeah. So if you get a disease like something like that you lose control of your decision making, you become someone else's problem.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if you have loved ones that will take care of you.
Yeah, but the concept of that is we can't really give our full opinion because experiencing is a very different thing than rather than like actually just talking about logic and theory.
This is definitely not a guideline on if you're this person, this is what you should do.
Not to kill you're saying no, there's no guideline, guys. No.
I'm just saying for me, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
That's the most horrible thing I can imagine.
I get that, but I'm saying the theory part is that a lot of people tend to be like the loved ones tend to cling on and be like, no, we can do this and everything like that. But there is this concept, like the logical concept, like thing for this is say like it's a very selfish thing to do as being the loved one because you're clinging on while the other person is suffering.
No, but also the other thing is I don't want that responsibility to be on someone.
No, fair enough.
Like for example,
no one wants to. By the way, like it's not like someone's like, oh, great, someone can take care of me.
No. I don't mean the taking care of part. I'm saying the decision to end me.
Yeah.
Because I think that can break a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like having to make the decision to kill off your parent. That's and I don't mean like shoot them with a gun or something. I'm saying per their request.
You're holding down the pillow. No, they signed something. Taking care of it, man. Like,
so
that's expensive for you guys.
I don't want to like. I can't imagine, like, I don't have children, but, like, I imagine this feeling is going to intensify when I do have children, but, like, I don't want them to ever grow up with the memory or the guilt that, like, oh, I killed my father.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, like, if I see I'm going down that path, like, from a month before or something, while I can make the decision, not with a gunman, like, relax, like, oh, there's places you can go.
Florida. Go to Disneyland. Where are the crocodiles?
Yeah, it's either that or like take a shitload of drugs and just go out like that.
So licking the frog thing is a good way to go.
Yeah, that was a perfect way. I don't know why he was fighting it so much.
He was so bad about it.
Yeah.
He was like, so.
I'm pretty sure after he heard what I had planned for you guys, he would have licked the frog.
My man, you guys.
Pack of lions.
I gave you such a good death. Like, what the fuck?
What I said was funny. Not to you, but like to other people, like at your funeral. It was pretty funny.
What funeral? I still have ants and shit crawling out of me, man.
I'm not saying it's going to be open casket, but for people who don't know what we're talking about, go check out our episode 14.
15.
15?
15,
yeah.
15,
go check out episode 15.
It's pretty good.
We did an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, thank you guys. If you're still listening to us, thank you guys for going through all of it.
For the 2 people remaining. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also comment on our videos if you have any suggestions, if you think we can discuss a certain topic, or if we can do anything better since we're new at this podcasting game. And if you like us, please go check out our Instagram, TikTok, all of our social media is going to be somewhere here. See you guys next week.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.